Men aren't entitled to women's bodies, especially when it comes to intimacy. Now, this should be common sense, right? Men aren't entitled to intimacy from women. If a woman says no, that means no. There's no changing their mind, none of that shit. But sadly, that's not the case because it feels like every day at this point, there's a new story of a guy trying to get intimacy out of his girlfriend or his wife, knowing damn well that they don't want to do it at the moment, but then they still try anyways, and it just becomes a whole thing. And it really irks me every time I hear a story like this because you'd think a grown-ass man would know how to act around women, right? But every day I get proven wrong. You're probably sitting here wondering why I'm even talking about this today. Simply put, I was eating my food, scrolling on Instagram like I usually do every evening, and I see a post from one of my favorite content creators, Karma Carr, where she's talking about this video that another content creator named Paris had made.
Ladies, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. If you haven't already, go to my repost and watch Paris's video because we've gotten way too comfortable with transactional relationships and treating the female body like currency. I'm not taking my body from you if you're acting wrong, and I'm not giving it to you when you're acting right, because when you're acting right and I don't feel like giving it to you, what's gonna happen then? After having amazing conversations with my intelligent, gorgeous homegirl, watching Obsession, watching Love Island, and then seeing Paris's video essay, I am fired up about this. Because what are we doing? We are bullying and objectifying other women on reality TV for the whole world to see, to diminishing yourself on television for male validation. It's pathetic because I exist when a man is not around me. I exist when the person I'm interested in is not watching. That's what a lot of y'all can't handle. You're your own personal voyeur and you have been oppressing yourself through the male gaze being internalized in your brain. Wake up! Because that imaginary male voice in your head telling you what to do and watching everything that you do does not judge me too, so stop exerting it upon me.
Now, she brings up a lot of good points in this video, but my main takeaway from it was her challenging women to realize they exist outside of a male presence. The male patriarchy that is society has been an issue for a long time now, and recently it seems as if people are starting to become more aware of this, with movies like the Barbie movie, for example. And I gotta say, obviously it's a good thing that people are more aware of this, but at the same time, this has been a problem for like centuries now. Like, there has always been pressure for women to appeal to the male gaze, whether it's through how they look, how they sound, what they do, etc., etc. And a lot of women will internalize this male gaze and take it out on other women. They'll oppress other women with that male gaze. And you see it all the time with TV shows like Love Island. The girls will compete with each other for a guy. They'll try to look appealing to said guy, put other women down, even though they all look good as on that show. Like, come the on. Like, the more I think about it, social media and reality TV are the two main reasons why this shit is still prevalent nowadays. It's just a giant cluster of women putting other women down for the sake of a man, or for the sake of appealing to a bunch of men. And it's sad to think about because women should be uplifting each other, not putting each other down for the sake of male gaze. But some women genuinely just live inside the male gaze. Like, they genuinely cannot see themselves living outside of a man's perception of them. And it's sad. It's genuinely sad. And I feel like this is why a lot of women treat intimacy like a reward or a prize to be won when it comes to appealing to a guy. For example, say a girl tells a guy, okay, if you are good this entire week and don't piss me off, I'll let you hit on Friday. She's offering intimacy as a reward for good behavior, which, no, it's this kind of stuff that leads to nice guy syndrome. Guys who just act nice so they can hit. This is where it gets to start from. Like, intimacy is not supposed to be a reward for good behavior or a prize to be won because you did this or that. No, it's supposed to be a mutual consensual thing, not something that a man can just take from a woman whenever he wants, or something that a man can have if he's good enough. I'm being so dead ass. Any guy that thinks they can just take intimacy from a woman, like they just see women as this product, this fucking item, you're actually a piece of Like, you wouldn't view your mom as a dishwasher, so why the fuck would you view a woman as nothing but a piece of meat? It's just sickening. Like, stuff like this shouldn't exist in the first place. Women shouldn't have to feel as if they have to exist inside of a male gaze to begin with. Then again, we live in a world where a convicted rapist can run for and be elected president. My point being, because this is a male-dominated world, women always end up getting the short end of the stick. So yeah, this isn't exactly a problem that's gonna get fixed overnight, but the best thing that men can do in terms of this situation is just educate ourselves on how severe this situation really is. So with that being said, I have a clip to play, and all I'm gonna say is take notes.
Your sexual presence is not a reward to a man. It is not an incentive for good behavior, and keeping it from somebody is not a punishment. We are so desensitized. We have strayed so far away from the concept of female autonomy, of women engaging in an intimate act out of pure pleasure and mutual desire, that intimacy from a woman has come to mean everything other than she wants this and finds this enjoyable. Do not send a man an intimate photo of yourself that you don't really want to send because you want him to like you, because you want him to stop paying attention to the rest of his roster. Do not become intimate with a man because you want to maintain his attention on you, or because he's saying that you're not being a good enough girl, or that someone else is going to give him that sort of sexual attention. Do not get mad at him and say, well, the reason why I'm not going to be intimate with him is because he's upset me, so I'm punishing him, which is to say that otherwise you are entitled to my body and that you can earn my body through good behavior. No, you are offering your body, you're having an intimate experience because you want it. Your autonomy, your desire is what is important. You mutually desiring an experience is what is important. Do not be intimate for any reason that you don't want to be intimate for. But do not give that man the idea that he can otherwise be entitled to his body, to your body, if he just behaves correctly. A man can behave correctly, treat you like an absolute queen, do everything it is that you want, and you still don't have to be intimate with him. You still don't have to be intimate with him. Your body, it's not an reward, it's not an incentive, and it's not a punishment. It's yours.
At the end of the day, all I have to say is that if you're going to be in a relationship with a girl, do not feel entitled to intimacy, like ever. If she says no, then she means no. Point blank, period. Anyways, thanks for watching my TED Talk. This has been Xavier Rants coming at you with Rants. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you want to put a comment, put it in the comment section. Follow me on TikTok, and everything else can be found at this link in the description. Other than that, have a good night.